Okay, so we had finished up all the way through our 13th stage of the waltz drill in our previous video. 13th stage incorporated when this leg coming in here like this, we did our near leg over into our Putter Kapala. We fell back into an arm bar, or they fall into your leg. You kind of give them a little twist, a stomp, some shots, whatever you wanted to do. That was our 13th stage. I'm going to wrap up the waltz today, and that's going to bring us all the way to the 15th stage. So a lot of this is what you've already done, but we're just combining the drills. And then one of them is just a short choke, short cut, whatever you want to call it. Make sure that you do realize that while I'm ending this at number 15, right, that doesn't mean that you can't end up finding all kinds of other options. In fact, I'd encourage you to explore this sort of waltz pattern and outside vertical to blank, fill in your blank with your own art, right? Whether or not you are thinking of this in a purely C-lot vein or a purely JKD vein, whatever you want to do is fine by me. I just want you to use this as sort of a motive or a means or a route to get to other systems, other techniques that you want to try. So to wrap up, so we go on the outside vertical, we hit our shot up, we hit our shot down, we drive our knee in, and we step just like we're going to be doing the open the door Putter Kapala. So we step to the point of that diamond. On this one here, what I want you to do is I want the hand that's on the head, not the hand under the arm. The hand that's on the head is going to slide under that other arm. Now you've got both arms, they're sort of winged out like this. You have both arms underneath their both arms. You're going to go ahead and you have your elbow, your tricep area on the back of their head. You're going to drive the rear knee, the other knee, you step down, and you pop that through. So when you pop this through, you're going to pop the head through with your tricep, armpit, maybe even a little bit into your lat area. So again, from this angle here, I hit all this stuff, drive this up, step down, slide this hand in, hit one knee, hit the other knee, step down, and do my box step or my quarter turn Putter right there. Okay, I'll do it again here off this right side this time. So I go outside vertical, up elbow, down elbow, hit the backhand. This arm is scooping that arm out of the way. Hit the knee, step down like you're going to do the open the door. Slide this hand underneath the other side. You now have both of their limbs. Drive one knee up, step down. Drive the other knee up, step down, step out. And then what I want you to do from that step out is I want you to do your quarter turn Putter. So I step out and a quarter turn Putter. I use my hand that's underneath their arm, and I push again with my lat or my triceps area. So that is what I had originally been told was the Chickalong Putter Kapala. Chickalong being a form of C-lot. I'm not sure if that's where that one comes from, but we've kind of jokingly called it the chicken Putter just because of the funky stance. But that's just kind of how you will do number 14. Number 15 is much, much easier because you're cutting out a lot of the extra steps. So on number 15, when you get in here, right, so I step down just like I'm doing the open the door. I don't have to do it that way. I could also come down just like I'm doing the walk the base. But if I get to the point where I have the arm and I have the head, and their head is lower than my arm, but not at my hip. If their head's at my hip, I should just be able to Putter Kapala them. That's right where I want them. But if they're somewhere in this spectrum between my armpit, my shoulder, and my hip, I don't necessarily want to try and throw them right away because they're going to have a lot stronger chance of muscling up. Okay, so one of the things that I like to do here, which I'm going to incorporate the other muscle up techniques immediately following this, but one of the things that I like to incorporate here is I just step down. This hand that's on their head, I'm just going to slide. My thumb stays as tight to their body as I can. I slide my arm down just like this, and I curve my hand in, and I try and take my fingers and I try and point them straight up over my shoulder and then fold it across. So this is going to go here, bring this in, drive that in, knee, step down, curl that thumb along the side of their neck, curl your fingers in tight, roll this guy in there as tight as you can, and arch your back backward. Okay, so right here we're going for a sort of a short choke. Okay, We're just trying to close this off as fast as we can. What you'll end up finding is from this position here, you can even assist it with this hand. You can forget about that if that's one you want to go for. But from this position here, you have their head here. This is a pretty strong control point, if you will. They're going to go out quick. But if they're really fighting you and they're punching the stomach, just kind of kick that leg or drive a knee into their groin or into their stomach and keep this tight. Keep this going here. You can kind of pull, push. You can do what you want to do here to crank on the neck. I'm just going to talk about choking. Okay? So on the other side, I hit my outside, I hit the up elbow, hit the down elbow, hit the back end, step down. They're not right here, so my throw is not going to be super tight. I'm just going to go ahead and slide this thumb in, bring this through, point up, and track over, maybe assist. Choke that shot there. Okay? So that would be how I want to finish this out at number 15. So you have number 1 through 15 throughout these past couple weeks of Waltz drills. I'm not going to review them today. Check out our previous videos and you'll get a chance to see them. But make sure you don't just get caught up in the list, right? The list is there because it helps give you ideas. The list is there because it helps give you a progression. Yeah, I can teach from a list and we'll test from a list. Wow, that was weird. We'll test from the list, but that doesn't mean that we are going to expect you to be able to do them all in that order because that order is concrete. No, it's not. I want you to just understand that these are options, okay? There's a lot of different options of the Puttar Kapala hidden in here. There's a lot of different options of just proper mechanics of your body that I want you to get. So get some reps on each and every stage of these, even if it seems as simple as this one here. This is a really important stage of the drill. A lot of times when people start getting into like stage 12, stage 13, they completely forget the fact that their head and their body should be offline, right? So they'll just stand here and they'll do this. And it looks really good once you get past the initial fact that their head never moved. So that punch coming at them just took their head off. So all that cool stuff they just did didn't work. So don't fall into that trap. Make sure you hit the first ones hard. Now, I mentioned I was going to show you a couple other muscle up techniques. Really, I just want to have you guys explore this. I'm going to give you sort of a framework that Guru Anasano gave us. And I really like the idea that he says, if somebody muscles up, you should thank them because they're giving you 2 to 6 shots instantly, okay? So let's just take, we'll take the open the door Puttar Kapala, for instance. So I'm in this Puttar Kapala. I just stepped down and I'm getting ready to try and slide this through and tuck their head. But I step down and all of a sudden they're a lot stronger than me and they lift their head up. So I'm going to try and act this out. We'll see how good of an actor I am. So this goes here, I get blasted here, I get to this position here. They've got my arm hooked and they've got my head pushed down, but I'm stronger than them, I stand up, okay? So all I gotta do is stand up, right? Well, yes, if I am doing that against somebody who doesn't know, but if I'm in this position here and I have them here, as soon as they go to stand up, don't fight this. Don't sit here and try and keep pushing them down because then you're not gonna get a solid puttar. Go ahead and help them up with a quick elbow shot. And then from this position here, Guru Anasano likes to show a backhand chop, then a flick to the eye, then a shot, then a flick to the eye, and then he just resets on this side, okay? This is gonna be kind of hard to visualize if you've never done this. But what I want you to think of is this is on the back of their head. This lifts up the neck, that hits the neck, that hits the eye, that hits the neck, that hits the eye. I might drop that elbow in again, and then I connect with the head. I insert on this side, I knee and I step back down, and I tuck through. Sorry about that. My phone was ringing. So anyway, if I start on my left side and they muscle up, I swim through, I go to the right side, and I finish that Puttar Kapala throw after I've just been given that gift of other shots. So where that'll also work, let's just say I'm going to do the leg over Puttar Kapala. So I get in here, I step down to this point here, I drive the knee, and all of a sudden they stand up. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't get a chance to get my knee up and over. I just got my knee here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step down, help them up, help them up, help them up, help them up, bring it down, hit this knee, slide that through. So again, you can use their momentum of standing up to assist their motion, but in a way that benefits you. Okay? So I hope that helps, and I hope you have fun exploring stuff through the Waltz drill. Like I said, it's not contained to these 15, but these are the 15 that I like to incorporate most often in my practice, and I'd like to see a few of you pick this up as well. So thank you very much. Have fun training.